Guys, welcome to another easy tutorial, and this one is for beginners. Daz Studio 4.6 Posing Actors. And as you guys know in my other videos, hold on a second. I do not like editing or anything of the sorts. I don't edit things because I don't like editing. There's no reason to edit. So if I make mistakes, then I make mistakes and you get to see how I progress like an actual real human. Now, we're going to just go and load this Daz Studio 4.6. Boom. There we go. Beautiful interface, you guys. Beautiful interface. We're going to go and here we are. This is a city walk right here. This is posing, not so much the how to get this actual thing. I'll make another video on how to get the interface looking the way you want it to look. Yeah, so if you do want this interface, it's you just go to Windows and you go somewhere here. Let me see where it is. Oh, workspace. Select layout, and then city limits. Oh, it's city limits. Why was I saying city walk so much? Anyways, yeah. Then you press accept. Okay, and then there's a little bit more things you need to do. But anyways, how to pose your actor. This is the actor Genesis. That's what it's called. Genesis and Smart Content. This is people, boom, actor right there. Oh, here's my other actor I made. Voila. I didn't feel like doing the mapping and all that. Anyways, so here's your thing. There are, by default, there are no hotkeys for moving your character at all or anything, which kind of sucks. I mean, yeah. So you get this right here. It's front, and this is the Z-axis for the front, and the Z-axis for the back, obviously. Here's the left. It's the X-axis. As you can see right here, this is the X-axis. It's indicated by the red, and it's going, this ways, left and right. Voila. So even if you turn it here, it's still the X-axis. You're just looking at it from the left point. And here's the right point. I mean, the right side of the X-axis. And up top, you get the green for the Y-axis. It actually says Y. But as you can see, it's kind of difficult to actually see the Y right there. But trust me, there is a Y, just like in Blender or Maya or other applications of 3D software designs. It's always the same colors and the same accesses and the same everything, okay? That's one universal thing, which is awesome. Always awesome. So here's your selecting tool right here. If you hover over anything for a certain amount of time, you will see this tool thing that pops up. It says, "Hey, here's a shortcut for this," but you get no shortcuts for moving your camera. So it's like, wow, really, that sucks. So this is just here to select node selection. So that's just pretty much selecting anything. Just pretty much selecting anything you want. I don't know why it says node selection instead of just selection. Whatever. Here's your universal tool selection, and what this means is it adds this pretty thing here that you will hardly ever be using ever. Yes, this is part of moving and posing your characters. You need to know that stuff. It's the basics. All right. Okay. Now, as you can see, you can move this back and forward like so, like that, and stuff. And then you gotta like zoom in, zoom out and stuff, and then go over here and everything, and touch this, and go like that, and travel all the way over here and touch this, And it doesn't matter that it's on a mouse, and you do very small movements on a mouse, and you're not actually walking or moving anything physically. But it does matter because of the time it takes and how far distance it actually is with just on the screen. On the screen's big, so that totally matters. Plus, you have to move away from where you're looking. You have to move your eyes. And so that's pretty far. You move your eyes. I mean, it's not really that far, but still. Like, people have designed programs and technology so to, accompany our laziness. No one wants to be, that active. Yeah, I'll be that active being lazy. Doing things the easy, the fast way. There's no shame in being lazy. Unless you're like being like, oh, I'm super overweight and not willing to work out, but I really want to lose weight. Then yeah, you can be like, oh, that's bad being lazy. About that certain activity, but not about other things like this. Like that's totally acceptable. I mean, it's like if you're not doing it the easy way, why are you even doing it? With technology. So anyways, yeah, you get this panel right here. if you know your parameters, wherever it is on your Daz Studio 4.6 is wherever it is on your Daz Studio 4.6. I don't know where it is, but on mine, I put it over here. If you don't know where yours is, which I don't know why you wouldn't know, you just go here to Windows, go to Tabs, and you'll find it somewhere in here. Maybe, I'm not too sure. I'm not going to be looking for it. Oh, wait. No. Yeah, that's another video. So anyways, you go here, parameters, you have your transforms. As you can see, this entire person selected. You should already know how to select things because you see these things. If you want to select an individual point, you click it, and voila, it selects this. And don't worry, all this is like smart content. So whatever you select, it will display options just for that part. Okay? So we just selected the, I guess this is the, oh, there it is, abdomen. Genesis abdomen. Thank you so much, Genesis 0.46, whatever. You select all content, and it's like, oh, hey, look, here's all the content that you can, that's, you know, applicable to that abdomen. You know, even if it changes everything else. You get your poses, your hairs, and all that stuff, because Genesis is still selected and all that, you know? So, but if you look at this right here, you notice this, and you notice this right here, like parameters where you move, you bend your character. As you can see, this is the abdomen where you can move the abdomen part. Okay, so when I click off, boom, there's more selections, and well, there's just different selections because I have selected nothing, so there's different selections. Now I can do other options, and as you can see over here, I can't move nothing, so there's nothing over here to move because I mean these are all the parameters and things I need to move. Nothing with. Yep. So I click this, boom. And now we can move this object. Of course, lots of people, they're like, oh, but I want to move it differently. And it's like, yeah, sure, you can, but it sucks. Look, you see? You see, I can move this arm and everything, but look at this. I want to move it down. I can move it down, but I have to be, you know, super nice and still, or else I move the whole thing, which sucks. And then, okay, look, there it is. That's exactly what I wanted. Oh, wait, no, it isn't. I wanted it more to his side. Look at that. And then I move it. But, oh, wait, look, no. Now he's leaning back too much. He's leaning back too much. That's not how he was before. His chest is too far out. Oh, look, it's away from his body. I want to move it closer. There we go. Oh, wait a minute. No, now the shoulder's too far bent in. Oh, great. Great. No, I didn't want this whole thing over here. I wanted more. Oh, no. Look at that. That's why no one uses this. It's absolutely horrible. It's like, why would you use this? I mean, even if you're like, oh no, he got side-rear-ended by a car, and now he's flying through like a window or something. Like, he's going crazy. You still want to use it. You still would not use it because it does not look like this guy got hit by a car. It doesn't look like he just burst in spontaneous dancing like some ballerina. I mean, that's horrible foot position. Even if you did that, you know, do it like that and everything, it's still horrible foot position. Oh yeah, sure, you can learn how to move every single individual point, but do note that this has, you know, limits on it, so it's not like you break a bone or something like that. You can't position this thing perfectly how you want it to be without moving so many other things. It's absolutely horrible. So no one uses it, ever. I mean, I guess some people use it, but it's all like, really? So yeah, when you're in this setting and you have the universal tool selected, which just means you get this and you get to move this instead of just selecting, because when this is selected, you can select a point and drag it, and you can move this point and stuff like that. Oh god, that's horrible. Move this. You see? That's when this is selected. If it's not selected, then you just select the whole, you select individual parts or certain parts, but you can't move anything like that. But this, you can move stuff. So if I wanted to just select his leg and move it back to just this point, this leg, this part of the leg, this thigh, back to how I wanted it to be, I'd simply click on this and then go to Restore Selected Items Pose. Boom. And it restores it to how it was before I moved it at all, like how Genesis actually loads up. So like, let's see, I'll move this finger thing, and I'll move this finger, right? And it's like, you know, and I want to move both of them at the same time. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to click off first because I don't want to select anything else. Then I'm going to select this right here, just a finger. Oh, it's just, you know what? It's selecting that one small part of the finger. Hold on. Let me just exit that. Okay. And okay, here it is. Here it is. Here it is. This is gonna be awesome. Watch it. I want to restore this. So I'm going to select this, and then I'm going to hold the Alt button, and I'm going to click this too. Okay, hold the Control button, and then click that, and then you can select multiple items with the Control button, and then you can hit this, and then put that, and it restores both of these at the same time, kind of. But if you want to restore the whole thing, you just press this, and then voila. And that's that. So I always, you know, just oh, also, if you want to move like twist it and stuff like that, you can use these things right here, like this green thing, yeah, right there, and it will turn this a little bit. As you can see, that's turning. Or if you wanted to do like that, turning the way it's not supposed to actually be turning. Let me just select the whole thing. See, that's what that one does. And the red one does, you know, that. Well, let me turn this a little bit. It's supposed to be the third one. Yeah, but you get the idea. That's what those things do. But no one really uses them that much anyways, because they kind of suck. So, let me just restore this. I mean, you know, I use it for restoring this. That's about it. Now let's go into some serious movements. You can move it like this. So you can see how much you want to move it, you know. Negative just means it's going towards the left. And positive means it goes towards the right. Okay? Negative also means like when you're doing morphs or shaping, morphs, same thing. Negative just means you're subtracting that value, or you're inverting it. Well, positive just means it's growing, you know. So voila. You also get these rotates as well. And do note that you can, you don't have to find the exact point to where it says 0, because, you know, this will take a long time to like find where it says 0 like that. You see, and even if I get like super close to 0, it's kind of annoying to get it back to perfect. So you click on this tool thing, and then you go to reset, and then boom, it resets to 0, right? But that's on the z-axis. Okay, and we could do the r-axis, and then we can reset to blah like that. See? But this takes a long time. I mean, like, I want to be professionally lazy. I don't want to just be average lazy, like to where I'm doing more work and thinking that I'm doing less work. I mean, that's just horrible. Being like, you know, ignorantly not lazy, but thinking you're being lazy is just a horrible way of being lazy. So let's just, you know, move these things all over the place, right? So you hold the Alt button and you click anywhere on this thing. You click here and it will restore it to 0. You can click up here and it will store it to 0. And you can click all the way on this thing and I don't know what's going to happen. Let's see. Oh, and it restores to 0. Look at that. And it does this on anything, even the morphs. You see? Like, 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 boom. No, you stand, Dragonos. Androgynist. There we go. Now we're going to actually pose the character. Oh, and also, if you don't know, for some unknown reason, this is how you move it, like so. If you want, this is just moving your perspective view right here. This is the perspective view. You can also select other views, like front view, and voila, that's the front view. I wonder what happens if you go like, oh, okay, nothing happens. You can't change the front view, because why would you want to change the front view? Because then it's no longer actually the front view, and then you would have to, like, I don't know, reopen another, open a new program or something just to get your front view back, and that'd be awful. Here's the bottom view. Obviously, you can change your views like this, and if you have cameras, you can change that too. I'll show you later in scenes, different video. So here's the perspective view. You can always move your perspective because it's a perspective. Here's the zoom in and out. You can also use your mouse button right here. I mean the middle mouse button, scroll thing. And here's the pan thing, to where it like if this is selected and you click this, it will just put this in focus. You know, the plus being the object and the perimeter around the plus just being your this part right here, the huge box. So if you selected this, I mean, just this part right here, and you hit this, boom. See? It puts it in the center of your viewpoint. So we're going to double click to select the whole thing. Anyways, I'm doing too much in navigation. We'll do that later. Yeah. So we're going to go, and we're actually going to pose this. We're going to go to, let's see, if you press all, I don't want to do all. Yeah. So when we press, we select different parts, okay? So we're not moving the whole thing. So let's move the arm, okay? We're going to move the arm. And this right here, as you can see, is the left shoulder. It's called the left shoulder because it's positioned nowhere near the left shoulder, but it does move the left shoulder. Only the left shoulder. So this moves the left shoulder. As you can see, if you click here, you can see all the bones that have already been put into this mesh, which you call an actor. People actually use different programs, software, to actually make this whole entire thing from like one ball or one box, you know, and they put all these lines there and the vertices and everything. After a few hours, they have a nice starting point, you know, and then voila, then they put detail, then it looks beautiful. And then after that, then they want to make it move, so they do weight painting, and well, you don't really care about too much of that. You don't care about any of that. So we're going to, oh yeah. Other thing is, you can't take this off by clicking on it. So you just click on anything else, and then it goes off, just like this. You can't take that off by clicking on it, or anything by clicking on it. So you just go anywhere else, and voila. So now since we have this selected, we get all the options to move only this. There we go. So we can bend this, and you see how it bends the shoulder? Awesome, right? And here's the front. If you want to go forward like that, and here's the back. It doesn't go that far back because if you move your actual human arm, your shoulder, it doesn't go that far back. So it's just making sure everything looks nice and good because you have parameters on. These are parameters where you go and there's a limit. It's like, no, if you go any further back, you will surely break your body and it won't look all that awesome. But then when you're like, if you're all like, but I'm building a monster. He's supposed to bend that far back. This makes no sense. Fuck this. Well, don't worry. You don't have to fuck anything. You click on this. You go to parameter settings. And you go to, use limits. And you're like, no, I don't want to use limits. Like, no. You press accept. And now, when you bend this, you know, you can go like this. And then you're like, my monster's so flexible. Or if you wanted some bad guy to like break his arm or something like that, you know, you could just like that, and then he'd be like, ah, no. I mean, but much more agony. Much more agony. See? And you can even go, you can just go like this forever, and forever, and ever, and ever, and ever, and ever, and ever, and ever, and you can see how the value just keeps growing. And then boom, this is what you get because this mesh has been stretched. Because it didn't just, you know, snap back into like 0 mode. It doesn't go all the way to 0 and past 1 point back all the way to 0. You know, no, it actually takes you know, a certain amount of. It actually calculates how many times you've done your 360 degrees. As you can see, this is stretched out the fuck. I mean, it's just stretched out all the way out too. So like, yeah, I mean, you can go back a little bit more, but it's still stretched, you know, all the way out. So we can just zero this out. Boom. Like, yeah, broski, like that. So yeah, and then this is how you twist it. If you want to twist the shoulder, how shoulders actually twist, you just twist it like that, brah. Just like that, brah. Like my shoulder twisted like this. As you can see, it looks like, oh goodness, that's not a nice bend. I mean, all that skin is moving like that. That's horrible. Well, what Daz Studio actually does is it freezes the, it just completely pauses and freezes all the geometry and all the vertices and polygons, and that's what this is right here. So if you zoom in, you can see these faded lines right here, and let me go back to this tool so it doesn't highlight anything. And it faces you see these grayed out lines. This is basically how Daz Studio puts in illusion polygons. You see the black lines. These are the actual things that are actually there right now. This is just the subdivision right here. This is subdivision level 1 or level 0. Okay. Then you have the multiple division level, which is like level 1 or level 2, depending how it's read right here. And with this, yes, this is important for moving things. Okay. I know you're not creating anything. You're just moving stuff and creating a whole scene. But it's still important to know the basics. I do basics. Okay. And this will be a long video, maybe even an hour. But don't worry, I'm extremely, what is that called? Detailed about like pretty much everything. So that way you're not just moving stuff and be like, oh, I can move stuff, but I don't understand how to do anything perfectly. So when you're done with this video, you will know the basics and know how to do things perfectly. Okay. All right. Okay. Cool. So this gray line right here makes the illusion that it has more vertices. The more vertices, the less your eye is able to see like curves like this right here. Like all of these right here, they're literally just square blocks. If you think of pixels on your monitor that you're probably looking at right now, obviously, because it's not like you're just listening to my voice and nothing else. I mean, that's just like barbaric. I'm just like, really? So as you can see, this looks like it's curved and it's not straight. It's actually many different colors of pixels that are so small that the human eye cannot see all these pixels and see all the boxes that these pixels are. They're just 1D boxes. That's it. You know, this whole thing is one-dimensional. It's just creating the illusion that it's 3-dimensional. Because as you can see, your computer screen is completely flat, and you're looking at lights and colors on your computer screen. So don't be an idiot. So, this is necessary to know. And you will know why it's necessary a little bit later in this same video. So don't be a twat. Voila. So now since we moved this, we're going to move it back. And we're going to do something like he's laying down, relaxing, okay? So we're going to want him to, presume the laying down position. We're not going to move all his legs and everything and get him to bend like this and then get him to bend like this and everything so he can go all the way freaking back and get him to bend like this and everything so he can just lay down all the way back and everything because that would be, it'd be crazy. And it would be like, why are you not being lazy? And you can't even move him back that far, right? That's just like undoable. Oh, and look, you can just from right there too. Because when you're working on this and you select the body part, you can use this now. It's not always that awesome because if you're moving it, you get these parts right here, but then you're like, okay, is this front or back or is it twisting? And you can see right here what this is doing. See? It's like, okay, cool. But you don't get to let's say if you wanted it twisted like this, but not so much like that, but a little bit more upwards, and you could use these things right here, and you can just click it, and it just keeps going right here. See how it just keeps going? But as you can see, where it says 2.57, now it's 307, and now it's 357, and now it's 407, and now 457. And it keeps the same amount of numbers that it jumps. So if you're like right here on the 80s, then it would be 132, and then 182, then 232, then 282, then 332, then 82, 32, 82, 32, 82, like that. And it's like, well, maybe I don't want it like that. So you click here, and you can just type in whatever value, and you're like 182. Screw you, 181. And then, I mean, maybe it might not matter that much, but still, at least you know how to do that in case it does matter. Like if you're zoomed all the way in and everything, and you're like, okay, this guy, he needs to like be holding his finger just like this, and he needs to look this loose, but it just needs one more 0.5% more turn, and then boom, you can just type that mother effort in. You're like, ah. You get it. You look all happy and everything, and then people congratulate you because that's what the world does. They congratulate you, except for people who are super jealous. Then they can just go tie or something. I don't know, whatever. You can show off to them. Anyways, yeah. So you don't get that on this, obviously, and also you can't reset it either. Like if you hold the Alt button and You hold the Alt button on this, and you're like, ah. Then you just left click and reset that. And you can't right click on it either. I just tried. You can't right click and reset that. But right here, like you move it, and you can't Alt and left click to reset that, because that's what it does. But it will restore the pose. This ball thing, what that does is it will move pretty much just everything, almost the whole shoulder, and you start noticing like everything's moving, every single thing's moving. All these little black dots on here, that's the indication of where this is. As you can see, this is you don't get all this percentage. I mean, just look at my bar, how it's just going all over the place, all crazy. And I'm making very, very slow movements on my mouse. And it's absolutely hard to do this. So you would actually waste more time doing it with this right here, with the universal tool, or just using this. This white ball right here, it's great for eyes. It's just perfect for the eyes, okay? But like nothing really much else. I mean, maybe for the head. Let's see. Okay, definitely not for the head. No, not at all for the head. Because I wanted to go over here, but I also want the top of the head to be tilted towards the left axis. But it's not being tilted towards the left axis. It's not. Okay? It's horrible. So, okay, restore selected pose. So we have the head selected. And this is how I want it. I want it to be looking. And yeah, there it is. And bent, like, okay, twisted. Okay. As you can see, over here, I thought I could move this a little bit more over here. But I can't, because over here, now it's just clear. I only have bend, I have twist, and I have slide. See? Now that makes more sense to me. Now I know I can't just be doing that. And you may be wondering, why don't you just Alt and left click all of these things? Well, that wouldn't be the most effective way to be lazy. Like, come on, you guys. If you're asking that question, then you must not be that, well, versatile with Daz Studios yet. Okay. So now if I want to get that look, I'll just twist it like so. Bend it like so. Slide it like so. Like this way. And then I'll select the neck. And then I can, let's see. Okay, I don't want to bend it because I'd probably just go back and forward. Twisting it. Okay, no, I won't do that. Slide it. Yes. See? See? See, look at that. That's what I was going for, kind of. Let's see. Oh, okay, here it is. There we go. He's like, what, bro? What? My neck just bends this way when I make it bend this way. What? See? Then he could do one of those things and everything, where he goes like that, and then, oh, I have the head selected. Never mind. And he's like, boom, and then he moves the head at the same time, and then he's all like, wait, crap. And he's all like, yeah, bro, what? I haven't learned how to do like rigging yet, so I mean, maybe when I learn how to do that, I'll show you guys some rigs, awesome rigs. Okay, there we go. Kills. All right, now let's do our first pose. Like he's running or something, right? Right, you guys? Yeah, but before we do that, I want to let you guys know that when you're doing certain things, like on this, and you want to bend this, and you're like, cool, but I want the shoulder to be more outwards, like, but it's not. And when I click this, like, I don't get that, bro. I don't get that at all. Like, not ever at all. And you may be wondering why I just alt left click all these things at once. It's because this is more further than doing that. But when I did it the first time, it was just much more easier because the way I was thinking. You also have to adjust yourself to being lazy for the right mentality. Because when I did it, I just saw this as the easiest. And it was the easiest because if I was to click all these things, I would be thinking about something else while doing this. Therefore, it would have slowed me down. So this was just, easier. I didn't feel like doing all those options. You also have to be lazy comfortably. But when I, just did it like that, I was thinking a bit faster. I was like, yeah, sure, I can do multiple options. So yeah, I was lazy and I was correct and accurate the first time and the second time. Because boom. So yeah, you might want this out a little bit more. So what you do is you select this whole thing. And then you can look for the shoulders. This is a lot. Okay, we're going to specify. We don't want all. That's too much. And we're going to go to, yes, you are going to have to choose these options, okay? Okay, bruh? Unless you put them in your favorite section, then you could just favorite them and then go super fast. Universal, no, lower body. Where's the upper body? Okay, upper body, here it is. Arms, yes. Universal, whatever. Here it is. Shoulder volume. Upper arm volume. Damn it! Pose control. Okay, here it is. Here it is. Here it is, you guys. Arm. What? It's not what I wanted. Anyways, yeah, you can do these things for both of them move at the same time like that, but it's not necessary, really. It's really not necessary. Okay, these definitely see. Okay, here it is. Here it is. Here it is. Left leg. Okay, goddamn. Pose control, arms. There we go. Here we go. We got the arms. Okay, shoulder shrug. I don't want that. No. Shoulder front back. No, okay, no, I don't want that either. God damn it. Like, as you can see, these are just freaking presets. But you see how he can expand this, which is nice, right? Because he can freaking expand this. And that does matter, because sometimes you're going to want some of those things. Because when you're moving this thing right here, and let's just go back. Oh yeah, right here. And you want to make it go up, like, oh yeah, this is the shoulder. Maybe we could go up like so. You can see this just kind of just goes out like that, right? And then it's like that, and it's like, I don't want it to look like he's stretching outwards. So you take the whole thing, and you go all the way down, and you navigate there, and then you're like, yeah, there we go, now he's reaching up! For no reason whatsoever. And it's like, let's give him reason to reach upwards, you know? Let's give him some reason to reach upwards. So we're going to put this all the way up, like so. Then he's going to be looking upwards. Also, when you're modeling things and you're moving things, you want to do a lot of turning. You're going to be doing like at least 50 turns every like 20 moves or something like that. I mean, to really, really see the angles and stuff. So then we're going to set this head, and then we're going to bend it a little bit, but not a lot. Okay, we want him to be looking upwards at a ceiling or something. You know what? I actually do want to do the eyes on this. So I'm going to select another actor who actually has eyes. Well, you know what? I can just go, what do we got? Smart content, materials. I'm going to click off on that because for some reason the materials doesn't load for this one when it's on there. So, where are the freaking materials? Goodness, this is so annoying. Where are they? No. Great. It's not called skin at all. Is reset skin? No. No, it is not. Whatever. I don't actually I feel like spending time looking for that, so I'm just going to apply skin stuff. Yes. There we go. We go over here, and we're going to just delete this one because it doesn't have the eye skin, and I don't feel like looking for it. I mean, I already have my own preset, so I'm good. And this preset is whatever. Anyways, so this one is going to just be reaching up like so. Let's go there really quickly. Here we go, all the way up. Just so you guys know, depending on your mouse scroll wheel button, it may be slower than just using this and dragging really fast, especially if you have a lot of DPI, distance per parameter or something like that, for your mouse, then it's really going to be much faster. Yeah. And then we can move this up a bit more. We can use the shoulder. We can bend the shoulder a little bit more so it's all the way-ish kind of. But we don't want it like that too much because she could just be, because you want to think like real life status. Like, is she really going to be bending the whole thing instead of just part of it? Because she could bend her forearm, like that, because she's reaching for something. But then it's like, who reaches like this? No one. So we're going to go back to shoulder and we're going to twist it. And then we're going to remember twisting doesn't do much. So we're going to go to front. Cut. Cut, twist. Cut. And we're going to go to... Oh, this is so confusing. Sometimes that happens. Where you're just like, I don't know where to go from here. So it's probably the left collar. Let's see. Front. Okay, yeah, it is. Yeah, it's the left collar. And then twist. Okay, maybe not twist. And yeah, looks good. Cool. Like she's reaching or something. Okay. And then we want our face to go upish. So we're gonna bend it, but not all the way. We're not gonna bend it like this, like she's really looking upwards, like that. Yeah, like people, they don't just bend everything and leave their neck out. You wanna be thinking about the neck. So we're gonna click the neck, and we're gonna bend this so it looks more realistic, like an actual person's bending, not a robot that's all like, oh, it's unnecessary to use my whole neck, because that's more energy that I need to be using. That's what robots do. It's like, I'll just look up uncomfortably because I don't have any comfort level because I'm a robot. But humans are like, no, I need to move my neck and my head because I'm a human. I need to be comfortable. There we go. And now she's reaching way up high. So we're going to select this. And we're going to select this at the same time by holding the control button and left clicking. Now they're all selected. And now, as you see, since 2 objects are selected, it says 2, the number of 2 on everything. So it lets you know. Also, you can see the boxes on this. So, but do keep in mind, if you twist it, it twists the same way. But it still has limits, so it's going to stop at a certain limit, huh? So we're going to put this back. And then we're going to go to bend, because we want her to bend like so. Yeah, we want her to bend her tippy toes. Okay? Like so. Tippy toes. And as you can see, there she is. We're going to select this whole thing, and we're going to move it up a little bit more. We're actually going to come out of arms and go to general. Move it up a little bit more, like so. So as you can see, she's on the white line, and if you go all the way over like this, you can see like that could be a floor right there. I don't like putting planes into my my workspace just yet. So because it gets in the way and it's super annoying. Like, I'll show you how annoying it is. We go and where is it? Where is it? Oh damn! I guess I don't do a lot of planes. Nope. Oh, right. It's right here. It's this create new primitive, and then you have other options in here, but I don't want any of those. Press accept. See? Here's our floor. And now when we go like this, awesome. We go a little bit more, it's like, what the hell? It gets in the way a little bit sometimes. Also, another thing is, when you're over here and you're just like, oh, hey, look, and you're like, oh, crap. You get so many objects that every time you go over something, it gets super annoying because it's always in the way. Especially if you're trying to turn stuff and you're like this and everything. Right here, it looks nice because you get that 3D illusion. But when you go over here, and you have to go over here to, turn here, now this whole thing is lit up the entire time. And it kind of just throws you off. I mean, everything is painted this one color, and because you're seeing the color of the object, and it's just going through your person, no matter what. It goes through the person, no matter what. And it's super annoying, especially if you have multiple objects, or you want to do some shadowing or something like that. It's kind of hard because it's like, okay, exactly where's this character now? Like, seriously, I just lost my depth of field a little bit. Alright? And it's not like you can just go over here and then like go to this little tool over here and then like jump over here real quick or like that. I tried it so many times. Even right here during this little gap. There's this little gap that touches this whole thing and it gets super annoying. And then what you find yourself doing is looking up at the freaking sky to do this. Just come all the way back. And you're moving just like that a little bit, right? And then if you want to move it just a little bit more to see something, you're going to go all the way back again. And you're going to move just a little bit more and you're going to go all the way back down. So it's like, ugh, I know. So even if I do have the plane on, I'll just go like that most of the time. So that way I can't see it. You click this eye thing. But since I'm not using it right now, and I do that when I'm doing my final renders and stuff like that, I don't use it then. But I'm using it right now. And as you can see, this arm is like, why is this arm doing that? Well, we're going to change that a little bit. And we're going to get this arm like it's ready to like stabilize her or grab something. Because you always want to be thinking, how is this person doing, moving certain body parts subconsciously? And subconscious is simply just making many decisions without being able to experience your decisions. Like when you're having thoughts and you're like, I'm gonna walk, I'm gonna get up and walk, and then you're experiencing the thoughts of getting up and walking because that's like in your time increments. You take so long thinking about that option, you can experience those options and everything, all those options and stuff, and voila. So, but when it's subconscious, you're just making billions and billions of thoughts per second so fast that you can't possibly generate care, emotion, or any of that. I go more in depth on that in my other videos, not this one. Yeah. So yeah, you want to be like, what is she making super fast decisions about this? She's probably forgetting that she's making decisions of with this arm. And she's like, okay, well, I'm gonna need this arm to like support me a little bit, but not like too much, right? So she's gonna bend it, maybe. Like she's about to like get something out. I mean, like she's like if this arm fails or something, or knock it loose or something, I can just grab on with it with this, and then she's gonna turn this a little bit. She's gonna go a little twist like that, but it doesn't twist that much. And I don't want to turn parameters off because then it looks like her wrist is broken. And I'm like, no, I don't want a broken wrist. I mean, these people who created Genesis and the bone system and all that stuff, like that they did it perfectly. They set up everything perfectly and all the locks and everything. So it's like, no. If you want more twist on it, you just move this forearm, okay? You just twist that forearm, okay? And then there we go. And obviously she's not gonna just have it like that. Like it's got to be at the ready. So it's got to be at the ready, like that, like all openly. And then she's gonna move this part right here, that part right there, and it's gonna be a little bit out like that. There we go. And this part actually moves in some ways. Like you can actually get a little confused with this sometimes. And then you can move each and every individual finger piece, but for the toes, like no, you can only move the entire thing, which kind of sucks. But of course, you can just go in and make a weight map and add some more bones and upload your own Genesis, whatever. And this is going to be open like this. And then you can do each and every individual finger if you like. And voila. But just real quick, I'm going to show you how to... oh, wait, hold on. Anyways. So, yeah. She's going to have this fit probably a little bit more back, right? Because, I mean, like seriously. Who literally sounds perfectly like this while doing stuff? Like practically no one. So I want to actually like tilting a little bit. So I'm going to what is this, slide? Slide, I guess, and then twist. Nope. That's what's the bending? No. I want to make this go this way more. Oh, yeah. Right. I move this. There we go. And then I move this whole thing. Like, I rotate it. Not that way. Rotate it. Not that way. Rotate it. Like that. See? So she's like, She's leaning towards the side. Like that. But the thing when you do that is, if you try to use this again, the whole thing is slanted, so then it's kind of hard to move things on the axis because now it's just going to go down and upwards, but like vertically, which kind of sucks. So what I like to do is pretend like she's already at that angle till later, even though I'm not using this, because if you are doing it with this and you want to move other things like this leg right here, depending like this type of person you are, the mindset, you can get kind of like thrown off by it and a little confused if it's already at an angle and it's already like kind of like off its viewpoint axis. So you twist this and it twists like that a little bit, or you bend it and it still bends, the way it's supposed to bend, but now more towards the side. So just depending on the type of person you are. Plus, as you can see, like, yeah, it's not that awesome. So this is actually going to be back a little bit more, like that. See? And this is going to be like this. And if you're going through the ground, it doesn't really matter just yet until you get both of the legs firmly planted, or one of the legs firmly planted. And then you can move the whole structure up to your floor. Because all you need is to get just one part of the body perfectly touching any object of the environment. You know, like some magic dust or some fairy legs or something, or another person, or some katana, or the floor, or the I don't know, just if you're like Spider-Man, the side of a building or something. As soon as you get one arm or one finger, one toe perfectly touching anything else besides itself, then you can pretty much just base everything else upon that kind of, you know, the posture. You want to think about the posture, okay? So you might want to watch some TV or go outside, do some people watching, and yeah, people watching, okay? Don't be all like, oh, I'm not a freak, I don't watch people, I'm not a creep. And it's like, well, do you watch TV? Oh, really? So you watch people just doing imaginary things all the time? Well, you're totally a freak. You know, so obviously, it's not freaky to go people watching. You do it on TV, you do it on the internet, you do it when you talk to people, you're at a party, you do it when you talk to your mom, you face to face, you do it on Skype, you people watch. So don't be like, oh, that's weird, that's creepy, it's freaky. It's like, no, it isn't. That's absolutely human. Humans love watching humans do things. I'll go more in depth on that in my other video about, yeah, whatever. So as you can see, this one's perfectly like that, right? So I have this foot exactly how I want it. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm not going to move anything of this foot. And then, or the leg, you know? So I'm like, okay, the toes are perfect, and this is perfect. I'm not going to move any of this. Like, pretty much ever. Like, when I'm 90% sure, then I'm like, cool. So then I base this off of this. And I use this toe to get there, right? Well, more like this foot to get there, because it's like, I move this thigh, and I move this toe. Because I know exactly how I want the thigh, I know how I want the toe. And depending on the thigh and the toe, all I have to do is move this and this, the calf and the upper part of the foot, the ankle, to get this right here touching the floor, you know. So voila. And now I can base this, now because of the stance, I can use that to realign this part right here, the abdomens, and then this right here. And then I'm going to do a little bit more of the head fixing. But the only reason why I fixed the head was just eye candy. I mean, there's no purpose to fixing it. But yeah. But when you are doing things, it's kind of hard to look at the entire picture when you're new and just look at the entire picture and be like, okay, I need to do this and that and that, because you're going to be forgetting what you need to do. You know, because in your mind, you're already building a program to run information and options so fast that you just can't experience them as thoughts or anything else, and it just flies by so fast. It's like it never happened, and then it feels like it's instinct, but instinct is really just decision making, just like a computer. You're making very, very fast but very small selections in your options of whatever you're doing, which is also called the subconscious, you know. So yeah, so what you're doing right now is you're creating your experience and the information of doing that. So you're just creating the metaphorical library within your mind for all those options and selections and stuff like that, those choices. So don't worry about it. And when you're doing it, you're going to want to pretend like this arm is nowhere, and these breasts are nowhere, and his face is like doesn't exist, and his arm is doing nothing. Okay, that's what you're going to want to pretend like that's happening. And the only thing you see is one part at a time, or 2 parts at a time, you know? Just however many parts at a time that you need to do without it ruining or becoming too frustrating, okay? It's super easy. And then you're gonna move this a little bit more because you want this bending, but not so much because you still want this bending a little bit more too to make it look natural, okay? So we're going to, oh, you know what? I shouldn't say bend, I should say slide. I'm gonna slide this. Okay, yeah, yeah. We're gonna slide not all the way over here because then it still kind of looks too straight. You never want an organic creature to look freaking too straight unless they are trying to do some pose or some, I don't know, some pose of some kind, right? So that's just too slidey right there. Okay? So you just want to move a little bit, just a little bit, because then you're gonna move this. Because remember, it's the entire body, not just one body part, okay? So right there. And you know what? We're gonna give her a little bit more bend because she's like, I really need to reach for this object right here. So she's gonna move the whole thing right here. Because you want this to bend, not this whole thing, just part of it. Because this, it's all part of it, okay? So even though you're selecting one bone structure, even though you're selecting one bone structure at a time to move, you're still, moving the whole structure to make, whatever you're making. The pose, obviously. So, also, let's see if you do this right here, right? And you're like, okay, I want to go back because I had whatever I had before, just absolutely perfect. Well, the thing is, you don't want to zero this out. So you don't want to hold Alt and then press the left button and you go back because it's not a backspace. It's not an undo. It would literally go to 0. Then you have to redo the whole thing. I mean, just from that one bone. So what you do is you hold the control and press the Z. Voila. And that will undo it. But if you just, it's not going to undo anything. This is moving forward. It's not going back into the past. It's not undoing anything. Just because this is, zeroed out, doesn't mean it undid anything. It actually added another history. It added an action to the history, and this is a forward action. You would have to undo this. That's why you can undo it. Okay? You can't forward do it. I mean, you can if you hold Control and you press Y. Then you're going back into the future. You're doing one of your future options. But I want to go back and doing my past options, okay? And there we go. So yeah. And now this arm it's not exactly how I want it to be. So I'm gonna move this a little bit back more, okay? Okay, she's reaching for something. Picking cherries maybe. I mean, I don't think they're that high, but still. It's like, what is she reaching for? What are you reaching for? Your car keys. Maybe she's reaching for her car keys. Anyways, we go right here. Let's just pretend like, oh no, she can't see. She can't see anything. You see, you don't want to do this. Because if you do this, it's like she can't even see anything. I mean, look at her face. She can't see crap. This makes no damn sense. Why is her arm way over there reaching? Even if the object was right here, it's like still, why is her arm over here when the object is right here? That makes no damn sense. Like, what are you doing? I stop it. I go back. There we go. But still, she can't see her arm. Most humans, they want to look at their freaking arm. They want to look at their hands. They want to look at what they're grabbing. Does it look like she can see what she's grabbing? Not that quite. Not quite. See? So we're going to move this head a little bit. We're going to bend it a little bit more. But we don't want to bend it too much. We're going to bend this neck a little bit more. Okay? There we go. And now it really does look like she's looking for it. But her head is off towards the side. Why is it off towards the side? Well, a robot can simply move its eyes to where it needs to go. But a human needs comfort. It's like, why does my head need to be towards the side? No. My equilibrium is inside my head. It's where my ears are. So it keeps the balance. My head needs to be at a 180-degree angle from the floor, usually. Or else it feels like I'm off balance. I'm already on my tippy toes. I'm not a professional athlete of being on my tippy toes or some rope walker, some tightrope walker. I need it to be, positioned the way it needs to be. It needs to be upright, like so. But then she's all like, no. Why is my neck not bending like that? My neck needs to bend like this, not my entire face. And I need that comfort right there. But it's like, oh, look, you gotta go back. Because now my face doesn't need to bend that much. My neck just did the work. Like, be logical. And say, okay, cool. Be logical. There we go. She's reaching for something. And now this arm gesture doesn't fit this leg right here, okay? She's going to be reaching backwards some more. I'm just going to undo this stuff because I don't need it like that. All right. Sometimes it's just easier to just undo everything and just keep it at like right here, because like moving that from right there, you can get a little confused, or it's going to take longer because twist will probably look different because of the different angles. So voila. So you just put it back to where it was if you want, if you need to. Sometimes it helps. And then you can just bend it from right here, right? And then you can literally stand up and do this yourself and be like, how would I be if I was grabbing something? Then you can look yourself in front of the mirror or take a picture or whatever. And then you can go and bend this down. This is the shoulder, but it's not moving the shoulder, it's moving the right collar. So we're gonna bend the shoulder. We're gonna move the shoulder back, like so, okay? And most of you be like, okay, yeah, I'm done, bro. It's like, no, you're not. No, you're not. She's really reaching for it. So psychologically, she's doing this unnecessary thing with this arm to sustain her balance when she doesn't really need to sustain it that much with this arm. So she's gonna need something unnecessary like this. Oh, I mean, not like that. Like this right here. She's gonna be like, ah! She's gonna be really. This is the emotional part of the arm. This is like how she's acting out her emotions right here. Yes, you gotta think about that. This is how she's acting out her emotions. She's putting it all the way back because her two legs are stretched all the way out, so far out that she now needs to use her tippy toes, and her arm is stretched all the way out. So she's thinking, she's thinking, but she's not experiencing her decisions of like, okay, pretty much my entire body stretched out. Why should this arm not be stretched out? I need to show emotion in this arm. I need to tell everyone else what I'm currently doing. This is how I'm stretching. I'm stretching, all the way that I possibly can. But I also need to show you that I'm in a little bit like I'm almost too short to reach this. Like I'm really having difficulty. So you show that with the arm, with the hand too. And we're gonna want to bend this a little bit more, okay? Because it's like the fingers are pointing towards. No, they're right? Because that's kind of like how the fingers would be, angled. Because like, if it's literally like at your side and everything, this is how the hand's going to be, right? It's not going to be like this, unless you're like falling forward. This is indicating, oh, I'm falling forward, or I'm jumping forward, or I just leaped forward, and whatever. If it's like this, then it's kind of like is she holding on to something? Is she prepared to hold on to something? Like, why is it like that? I mean, most humans, they don't do that. Just simply because they don't do that. It's not a wrong, it's not a right. It's just most humans don't do that. And if you want your character to look like some common character, then, put her in a common, way. If you want it to, like, not look common or whatever, then do it. But also add some emotion there. If you're doing it, like, not common, add some emotion there so people can be like, oh, she, deliberately made that fast, half a moment of a second to move her hand in that way. She's just, freaking weird that way because she's a freak or whatever. And the fingers right there, they are not fine like that. This shows absolutely like I'm kind of showing emotion, but not that much. It's like, seriously? Like really? Like, I don't believe it's that hard for you to get. You're not really telling me it's that hard to get. Look at your fingers. They're doing nothing. How am I supposed to psychologically just experience your fingers being there and be unaware to knowing that this is a telltale sign that you're really reaching for it, I'm supposed to be like, knowing that this is your language, and I'm literally reading this like a book. And then I'm forgetting that I'm even doing that. And then I know that is super hard for you to reach. But I just say it's instinct or my awesome analyzation skills, because I'm just being, oblivious to what I'm literally doing, reading these common signs. Okay? So you're going to want to, bend some of these. Okay? That's what you want to do. Bend it like so. And yes, you can do it all like this individually if you want, but you don't have to, because you can select this thing right here, and you can hold the control button, and you can press the C button, and that is the copy button, and that's universal. That's for many, many, many programs. Okay? Then you can go over here to this little piggy or finger, And then you can hold the control button. Oh, look over here where it says twist, slide, bend. Look at the bend part, because these are empty rings, because the fingers say they don't slide and they don't twist like that. Not right here. They just don't. Like not even yours do, unless you do it yourself. And look at this. Now I'm going to paste it, holding control and pressing V. Boom. You see how this moved? And this moved right here. But it still keeps the negative, because it's literally copying all of these things. You see? 12, 14. And it's putting it wherever you put it. So even if I was to do it right here, it will do the same thing. See? Even though this is 23, it will just transfer, you know, all the data from one bone to the other bone that you put it to. It could be whatever bone you want, even this one right here. See? Boom. But I'm going to undo that because I had it perfectly. Okay? And this one is going to be stretched out. But you know what? No. I want this one bent a little bit more. Like this. Not so much though. And this one's bent a bit more like this. And then this is sliding, because you can slide with that finger, okay? And this is going to be, I mean, this is the main finger, right? One of the main fingers, okay? This has lots of muscle right there, with lots of muscle response to that point. And then you put it out like that, because she's like, I'm using my strongest muscles, which are my legs, to really stretch. So, you know, in her mind, she's using her strongest muscles, and she's indicating that emotionally. She's telling you her emotions of it. Like, this is what I'm doing. Like, this is what I'm really doing right there. And really trying to get this box. And for some reason, some big strong man isn't helping me. I don't know why. He's a jerk. Why doesn't he exist? Like, I'm a lady. I shouldn't have to do the damn thing. I should just show my boobs and do whatever I want. Yeah? And that's what she's thinking, too. Okay? And we want her to be looking like she's thinking this. So, oh yeah, this thing is just, it's doing nothing. Okay, what does this say if I do this? Nope, that's like she's grabbing something. Is this like, I'm not grabbing, just try to scoot over. Yep, you know what? We're going to do indecisive. We're going to, right here, and we're going to put this like twist, like, and then we're gonna do like a bending right here. No, right here is fine. No, right here, because it can still go either way. It's like, am I gonna grab? Am I not gonna grab? I'm gonna bend. We're gonna twist this right here a little bit, right here, just because I want this to be twisted a little bit, okay? But I want more of this right here to be twisted, like I mean bent, like so, but not so much. Just a little bit. Yes, this does matter, especially if you're making an entire scene and you're making some animation thing and it's like panning around the character or something like that, and someone notices it. They're like, wait a minute. Is she gonna grab something? Guys, I don't know. Nothing in her hand tells me she's grabbing anything. Then when it gets up to the face, like, oh, she is grabbing something. The person could have made the animation better. You know, you don't want that. But of course, you want it to really look like she's reaching, so her hand's gonna be like so. Like, it's so hard to get this thing. I'm gonna make this more upwards like this, but just trying to find like all this stuff to. Oh, there it is. Never mind. There we go. And voila. Don't worry, you guys. It doesn't take this long to actually, do the stuff. Okay. Damn it! Now it's too high. It's like you can't even see it. It's awful. I'm gonna go over here. We're gonna look like how she's looking, okay? Because sometimes you gotta do that. Sometimes you just gotta do that. And then you zoom in a little bit. Go over right here. And you're like, can I see that? I can barely see that, bro. I can barely see that. No, I don't like it. Because this is how she's looking. And she's like, why can't I see my hand? I can't see my hand. I can't see anything. So, she can't see anything, you guys. We're going to go over here. We're going to set the whole body. And then we're going to specify the points. Because I don't feel like looking for it. Oh! Here it is. Arms. And this gives me everything on the arms. Isn't that awesome? We're gonna just make it like this. So it's just like, oh, okay, thanks. This makes sense. Now I can see shit, bitch. Yeah, I can see shit. Right? Later on, we're going to do the fingers. I feel like doing the fingers right now. I'm going to put some emotion up into her face. Now notice, with Genesis, the base, when they give you the face stuff too. So you go to pose control. You click this X. You go to pose control. Boom. You go to you go to actor. Okay, no, maybe not. Then you go to pose torso. Nope. Arms. Nope. Where's the faces? You know what? I am always forgetting where the face stuff is. Oh, yeah, right. I selected the entire body, not the face. Okay, there we go. Now we go to post control, and here's the head. We go this, and here's all this. But here, and here's all this. Here's the smart content. Post control. And we're going to go head. And then we're going to go to mouth. No. Yep, to mouth. No, not just yet. Because look at those eyes. We're going to select this one. And then control and select this one. And then these things can move up a little bit more. But you see how easy it is to move the eyes with this thing? Super easy because they're circled, they're round. It's just one object. Now we can move these eyes right here. Okay? And then we're just going to set off the eyes because we don't need the eyes that much anymore right now. And we're going to move this mouth. And we're going to be, no, eyebrows, because I want to start out with the eyebrows, because that's just the way I want to do it. You're going to be like, okay, which way do I want to build this whole face structure for, okay? It's just going to be like one of those faces, kind of, but without so much emotion. You're like, you know? So, oh, wait, I just the eyes. Oops. Where do we go? Oh, it's just brow, not eyebrow. It's just brow. So brow down. Not the whole thing. No. I want inner. What is this it? Here it is. She's like, And then I'll change the eyes a little bit later, and the face a little bit later. So I just pretend like everything I want the face and the eyes to look like, everything I'm not currently adjusting, is exactly that way. And then I just go in and I fill it in later. You know, I mean, while I'm doing it. Is this the one I want? There it is. And then, now for the eyes. You click on the eyes. If you click off, then voila. But if you click on, you still get the options, okay? So, nope. Yeah, they could be open a little bit more. And then, does she have eye squints? Yeah. Well, we're going to go to expressions, because these are already pre-made morphs that you can do in Blender. I mean, in ZBrush. And she's like, There we go. But let's show the concentrated. Because you can mix like anything in with these things. It's freaking awesome. And nope. Concentrate. Yes. Intensely. Look at that. And now we're going to go towards the lips. Oh, you think that's already perfect? Well, thank you. Now we're going to go towards the lips so I can perfect it and show you how much more perfect it can get. Okay? Look at that. But wait a minute. Maybe I don't want that one. Maybe I want this one. There we go. It matches this right here. It's like opposite. And if you do it with your face, you can kind of see what kind of emotion you would project when you're doing that. So go ahead and do it in your face right now. I'm gonna do it with mine, just so I can like be like, okay, how do I always do this? You know, because it's not like I just sit there, you know, every second of the day just analyzing my face expressions, which I do. You don't, but I do. That's what I do. Okay. So let me just take some time right now and actually do it myself. Yeah. Okay, good. We're gonna do a little bit more, and then this one a little bit, and then we're gonna do the upper lip too. She's like, get over here. Get in my hand, bitch. Get in my hand, you goddamn cat or car keys. Get in my hand. Like, done playing with you. I made a nose modifier, but it's kind of crappy because it's my first one ever. So I'm not going to, like, I'm probably not going to use it. Probably not. Unless I want to. Okay, Zenzi brush. You know what? I'll use it anyways. There we go. I mean, it's not perfect because you can see, it's just not perfect. You can see right here, it's not the same size as here. But I guess if you're moving it, whatever, but still, it's just not what I really want. I mean, if you go all the way, it looks like, oh, goodness gracious, no. Your nose gets ugly when you get bad. But yeah, that looks good. See? She's like, give it here. Kinda. Yeah. Hopefully she doesn't look too mad. But you gotta just imagine her with hair, okay? Because the hair is part of the emotion. People look at the hair and they're like, yeah, I know what she's going through because she has hair. But if you don't have the hair, then it's kind of like, I don't know what she's going through. Like, I don't even know her. Right? So you get some hair up on this girl. Like, yes, some hair. This is unsupported, so I'm just gonna wait. Support this. Here we go. Here she's all like, give me that hair, whatever she's talking about. I don't know what she's talking about. But as you can see, the hair kind of like helps a little bit with the face expression, maybe. Sometimes you wanna suit the face expression to the hair. Yeah, but what if she just got her new hairdo or something like that? You know, then whatever, it just doesn't match because it's like she's wearing disguise. And now we're going to, damn, hour and 11 minutes. You guys are still here. Awesome. And unless you clicked off and you went back on, then you're a jerk. And this is going to be open. Open one like this. Like this. Okay. But not so much. Not so much because she doesn't know exactly where it is. Because look at her face expression. She's like, I don't know where this bitch is. Like, where is it? And then we're just going to leave it here. And then her fingers are going to be like kind of close together-ish, maybe. And this one's not going to be so spread out because they're still like trying to find stuff, whatever. And all these fingers, they can't possibly be at the same, like, kind of like bendage. Because it's like, really? That just doesn't really look like you're looking for something. Like, show some expression in your fingers. Like, don't just be, you know, making everything look so neat. I mean, yeah, if you're doing a desk, you can make it look neat, but you're not doing a desk, so why are you being neat? You're supposed to be moving. Like, look more realistic, or look more human. So she's all like, I'm gonna grab you. I'm gonna really grab you. And when I do, oh, you'll know it. Because I'll have a hold on you. Yeah. And this finger really, you can exaggerate it or soften it, whatever. But you can really set the tone of grabbage. Like that. Okay. And you'll just be playing around with the fingers a little bit till you really get one finger posture that you really like. And then you accompany it by all the knowledge you know of how people move their hands and their fingers and stuff. And then you'll be like, oh, okay, that's how I want to do this. As you can see, this is like turns a little bit or something. So I'm just gonna like bend this like you know, slide it over a little bit like that. All right. And it's just like, yeah, I will grab you. I will grab you. Like, don't even try to play. You know I will. You know I will. And you guys ever like just miss like certain fictional people in your dreams, and then you realize, oh hey, I was lucid dreaming. That's why I cared so much about that person. And then you realize, oh hey, wait a minute, lucid dreaming is simply leaving my body, you know, astral projecting, and going somewhere where there's not too many things going on, and creating um, the illusions of everything I see. You know, the people, the houses, the places, the towns, stuff like that. And sometimes life forms from other past lives or universes or aliens or whatever, they, with their non-physical body, they come and visit me. And then you realize, oh, hey, wait a minute, these were real people inside the illusion of the world of my fake reality that I made up, that were just, you know, playing along with me. You know, and you're like, well, goodness, I'm gonna go to sleep so then I can go astral project and like see this person again and spend time, because we like building our playhouse and everything, and oh, that was so much fun. You know, and other times you just realize, like, oh, wait a minute, I was in their world and we're playing in their world. You know, but I could, you know, teleport there because that's how their bodies are there, and you know, it's just a body of thought, or what you call light body or astral body, whatever, it's energy body. Yeah, I talk more of that in my other videos. But yeah, now she's reaching. Oh wait, damn it! Does she look like she's saying high five? Maybe. Oh, I'm gonna bend this a little bit more, broski. Oh, let me set this way. There we go. Okay, here it is, you guys. We're gonna select the whole thing, and then we're gonna press this button, and then we're gonna use this tool to move it around her. Look, you guys, look! Isn't that awesome? She's like, I'm grabbing this. Ah, sweet. And now we're gonna zoom up nice and close-ish, because we're gonna save it now. I'm gonna teach you how to save. Now, what you may not know is Blender always takes a snapshot photo of this, anything here, anything in this box. It takes a snapshot photo of the object you have selected. Okay? Anytime you save anything, even if it's a preset or non-preset, it will take a picture. Unless it's a morph, it's not going to take a picture. Okay, so this is how it's going to be. So you want to pick a nice angle that you want to see in your presets. You know, and now we're going to go File. We're going to go to Save As. We're going to go to Pose Presets. And then we're going to type in reaching on toes. This doesn't really matter too much what you call it, because, okay, we want all of this selected. We want pose controls because I did face. If I ever want to go back and like, I want this, but I want a different face expression, I could just, you know, zero out the face expression stuff if I want, or I could just select the head and then press restore pose for selected item if I want. So, I mean, not doing the face expressions would be like, if I want them, then I'm going to have to redo them all. So, I'm just going to, yeah, I want them. But that's a personal choice anyways. If you want, you can go here, and you can select which ones you do want, which ones you don't want, whatever. You press this options, this accept, and you're like, yes. And here's the compressed file, which it just means it compresses it, so it saves a little bit more information. Anyways, yeah, press accept. Voila. And then we go over here. We're going to unassign because it hasn't been assigned to anything. And here it is right here. See? How it took a picture exactly where it was in the backgrounds and everything, just like all these were pictures too. All these were pictures. And now you can assign it to somewhere. You right click this mother effer and you go to categorize. And then you go to, I could click this and check mark this and check mark all these things as I go. But the thing is anything you put a check mark in, this will pop up in that category for anything you put a check mark in. I don't want to put check marks in this one. I only need these to lead me to where I want to put check marks. So I want it to be in poses, and I want it to be my function. I also want it to just show up in poses too. Okay, so I put a check mark there, and I also want it to show up in poses. I'm not posing here. Region, that's the whole body. So let's see if it says, oh, full body. There it is, full body. I don't want to like put it right in here anyways, because it's kind of like no point, because it's already in, you know, with these things, because I selected this one over here. Body function, acting as you fly, gestures, graphs. These things are helpful for this box right here. If you're searching for something, you can just type in here jumping, and it will give you everything under jumping. So that's what these things are for. Grasp is in like grasping, or you're in my grasp, or bitch come here. You know, there's that too. She's not flying, obviously. Jumping, not really. Sports, walking, swimming. Cool. And if there's more stuff that you want here, but you don't see it, all you really have to do is create a new file, and like right here, you just click on anything, and this is create subcategory. But you're like, no, I don't want a subcategory right here. So you just click on this, okay, and then you create new subcategory. These are subcategories right here, and then you name it, and then you just like this, and then you just type in I guess pin up posing, because I want to do some of that later. And then voila, you have your pin up posing, and you can be like, yay! But I don't want to, because it's not pin up posing. It's not like super sexy. Then we press accept, and then it disappears from the unassigned because it's no longer unassigned. Then when you go to poses, here it is. And this pose is just, for this character, because you notice that I do have morphs all over this young lady right here. So these morphs are actually taken into account of other stuff. Yeah. So yeah, you're gonna poses, and see this still shows up in poses, but you have by region, by function. This is leaning back, reaching on toes, and you go by function. You have your grasp, and then you have your laying down. See? So if you really wanted to get all over whatever, or you could just put like whatever. So you can go to grasp. And did I spell that properly? Maybe, I don't know. But see, look, it types in whatever the hell it's named. So that's what the names are for. So if you had like 55602 pose, and else the actual name 55602, and then pose, then it would be kind of hard to search for that pose. But if you just put in something you remember, then voila. And then when you're done with how the body looks and everything, because it's a bit easier when you're first starting out to take the clothes off, or start without the clothes, and just put your stuff there and everything. And then you can put your clothes on this person. And if you have more clothes, like clothes that you've already made, which I show you how to make clothes using ZBrush, and importing it to Daz Studios, and then saving it after making it movable on your character, and then saving it, and then loading it in here on your smart contents. I have a video that shows that, and it's much shorter than this one. But yeah, if you don't see it, which I most likely don't see it on mine for some unknown reason, I don't know, you just click off, anywhere where there's nothing there, and then you get all these other options and wardrobes that don't really go with your character, but you can still use it. Boom. See? As you can see, this shirt I actually made on my other tutorial on how to do what I just told you. I didn't make it awesomely. That's why you can see phasing through this right here and all that stuff. But it is movable. See? All that stuff it's completely movable. Yeah. I actually don't want the shirt on right now. You can't. Okay, there we go. And delete shirt black. And there we go. Here's another one. And then you can put these on. That just says some crap. I don't know why it says that anymore. Like, it's annoying. And then she's like, oh. Then I need more options because I want, it's in accessories. Cool. Yep, I just load this accessories. There we go. And now, as you can see, it looks freaking super awesome. Especially all this out. This is awesome, cool. So she was like reaching for a cup of coffee up high right there, like a hot cup of coffee on some high counter, because Bob was all like, "Bro, look how stupid this one chick is. She is really on her tippy toes, reaching for a hot steaming cup of coffee. Her hot cup of steaming coffee. She can't even see the damn thing, and she's most likely gonna knock it over and spill it all over her pretty little face. Look how stupid she is. She could just get a step ladder. Ugh, we're in an office. She could use a chair. There's like 100 chairs in here. Oh my goodness, Joe. Look how stupid she is. Bill, why would you do that if you know she's gonna hurt herself? Since I wanted to prove that was gonna happen, but that's kind of mean. So you can put those people there like they're talking, and you can make that whole animation and everything, you know. But then she can be like super mad right now. She's like, oh, these fucking guys, and then she's like, I'm gonna hurt them all, and then she'll like reach for like a hammer or something that she had there. Where's that hammer? They probably think I'm gonna burn my face like some stupid twat. Where's that fucking hammer? And she gets the hammer and she like pops Joe in the face. And then Bill's like, hey, I told you, Joe. I told you shouldn't be doing that messed up stuff. And he's like, oh, no, you gotta get a tip. You gotta get a tip for that stapler incident, bitch. And then, well, anyways, yeah, totally. Awesome. Well, I hope you learned everything about posing, because that's pretty much literally everything about posing. Kinda. Yeah. Oh, if you wanted to learn how to, like, just pose really fast, then you can go and you can go to presets. Well, or you can just go to poses. Where are my poses? Where are my poses? Right here. And then you can go to poses. And then that makes no damn sense. Where are my other poses? Not the ones I just made. This is so annoying how it does this to me. Freaking smart content always does this crap. Always does this. How do I even spell pose? Anyways, I feel like looking for them. I'll set them up later. I mean, I really don't use too many of other people's poses, because then it's like, it's great for pinup or for things if they're not interacting with other people or objects. Unless they already have poses for two people or certain objects, then that's great. But it's like, I'm the artist, I want to create my own stuff, so I'll just make my own poses for things. Like, I'll spend like 12 minutes making a pose. Like right here, like, it doesn't take an hour. I'm doing a tutorial. That's why it seemed like it took so long. But now, it probably would have taken me 10 minutes or so. And yes, once you make your poses and everything, it can be super long, but still, it's, you know, you're like, oh, I just made a pose, yes, for whatever. Sometimes you might, you want to use someone else's pose, and then you're just going to alter it a bit, you know, because you're like, oh, well, most of it's right. I'm just going to alter some of this, whatever. But yeah, you can go to, you know, whatever's, select the pose, and then you can be like, oh, pose like this. And you're like, oh, look, I just did a whole pose, and I don't need to know how to pose anything because I just did a whole entire pose. And it was super easy. But I don't know how to make actual poses. And he's like, well, that's fine. If you don't want to learn how to make poses, then don't learn how to make poses. That is absolutely fine. It's absolutely fine. You don't have to learn how to make poses if you don't want to. But saying you pose something by simply going to the pose section and clicking on a freaking pose and being all like, I didn't use limits on this, so like I just like turn off limits, or else I'll get something kind of crazy. You know, limits for the moving each and every bone. You know, and it's like, I don't want to, you know, blah blah blah. I'm just gonna select the pose and post something, and see I post something. It's like, no, you didn't post anything. You selected a file that that was saved to remember where all the vertices are, all the geometry. You know, you selected basically a script to put this geometry in these sectors. These each geometry point is labeled is given a specific identification number or whatever's. So each one is labeled. Obviously, that's why you can see them in here, and you can use them. Obviously, and on this screen, just pretend like each pixel, and well, not each pixel, but like each I don't know, square inch or so. I mean, square millimeter or so of the screen is just filled with code, like lots of letters and numbers and blah 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 blah. Okay, and the script, what that does is it literally just places all of these what you would see lines, all these lines and intersecting lines, exactly to where you saved them to be. So it's not moving anything. It's literally reloading your mesh, your actor and the clothing and all that, to where you put it. Since the clothing is fitted to mesh, which is these vertices, the geometry, the intersecting lines, the actor, it's going to follow the actor, while the actor is just being reloaded into a different position, because it's just moving all these vertices at once. And voila. See? So clicking a preset and be like, yeah, I posted, and it's like someone else's preset pose, then you're not posting anything. You're just selecting things that have already been posted. Well, this is yeah, okay, bye guys.